Hi and welcome to my Playhouse. And today we are out here in the data center and I'm gonna be installing Proxmox on my server here. It's the Lenovo x3650 Model 5 and it has had Proxmox before, and I've used it to mess around with a lot of stuff. But if you don't know about it, VMWARE has been purchased by Broadcom, and Broadcom has decided that you can no longer buy a license for VMWARE. It's all gonna be subscription based from now on. So that means that poor little suckers like me will probably have to cough up the cash to get a subscription to get our VMWARE. Dope. So yeah, we're gonna give it another try and see if we can migrate over to Proxmox. So, and there's a new version, so we might as well just install the newest Proxmox on here. We're gonna do that. So I need to shut down this machine, figure out what hard drives I'm gonna be using in it, installing Proxmox there. Gonna go to the computer, download Proxmox, put it on a USB thingy. Hopefully we can boot it from a USB thingy, or we can boot it from an ISO file over the network. I don't know yet. USB thingy seems very low tech, but it usually works, so might give that a try. Machine has been used for all sorts of stuff. We did folding at home on it, we did chia things, and now I'm gonna try Proxmox again. Okay, I shut it down, so now I forget what I have in the different servers out here. So we have a 2 terabyte. We have another 2 terabyte. And what could this be? 2 terabyte. Seems like a lot of 2 terabytes. 2 terabyte. Two. Well, they're 1.92 to be exact. So, okay, so we have a lot of 2 terabytes in there, so we might be able to do something with that. I'm sure that's gonna work great. Okay, so here we are in the living room, and I have already gone to Proxmox homepage, and they have a new version here, new version 8.1. So let's go and see that. It's that one, and we can download. We are most definitely gonna do that. So there are different stuff that you can do here. There's features, there's enterprise support. So even though this is an open source and free to use, you can get enterprise support on it. So if you have any issues, you can get some help. But we're just gonna go download. I have already done that, so it has been downloaded. So we can go directly and try and make a USB pin for it. So I have Rufus here, which is a very nice thing to do that. So we can select our ISO file, and that is it's an ISO file. We need to go to select. Thank you. And it's on the download, and it's okay. Open Sesame. You have a ISO hybrid. Okay. And I think we should rename the USB. Let's just see if this works. What it is doing here. Hope 8 GB of USB stick is enough. Go gadget. Okay. All the USB stick that I put in here already has Proxmox, so I'm just updating the version actually. So continue. It will take a little bit. Okay, so Rufus has completed now. In the meanwhile, I went to the IMM of this server and local storage here, and the server is off. I shut it off out there. You saw that. And we can see that we have a storage pool 0 here, there, and that's a RAID 1. That means that those 2 boot drives, those first 2 1.92 terabytes, the drives in there are bootable, and in a mirror, so that's good. And the other ones are RAID 0, so there's 4 drives in RAID 0. So okay, and those are non-bootable, 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 non-bootable. So yeah, we should be able to go out there with our USB stick that we just made and put those on the bootable drive. So let's see. Let's pop that in and turn it back on. Okay, we are booting. We should probably go to F12 to select our boot device. This server has a RAID controller or HBA in there that is connected to a whole lot of drives, so sometimes that takes a while for it to figure out what to do with all of that. But none of it is on, so it shouldn't really do much, but it usually takes forever and ever to get to it anyway. Okay, it wasn't too bad. So I see a USB thingy down here in the front that looks very much like something that we should try and boot from. So come on! Let's see if it does that. Oh, it did do that. I was afraid that it wouldn't. It took way too long. So we're gonna install the first one because I like the graphical. I like to, graphics interface. As I always say, when you need to go into the prompt, it means that the program isn't done yet. Keep programming, dudes. Yes. Focus. Thank you. Lots of small text. Ooh, a mouse. Ooh, they shouldn't have. So the license agreement, which you should naturally read. I'll help you. We'll just scroll very slowly, and we'll get all of it as well. Just the screen gets weird here, so we'll agree to that. I haven't actually read if there is something good or bad on that. Oh, it looks like I have... Where the heck is that located? Samsung disk. Do we have an internal drive as well? Seems like we have an internal NVMe drive that I didn't know about. Yeah, that would be an even better place to install this, wouldn't it? And then we have probably the first one is the RAID 1, and then we have 4 RAID 0s. So NVMe, can we run it from that? I think we can run it from that. Let's do that. Let's pick that one. And next. That's a lot of information that it needs. I'm in Denmark. Denmark, the kingdom. No. Time zone keyboard. I actually have a US keyboard, so they have some issues here. That doesn't really add up, all of that. I think it's a US keyboard. It's down there. US English. Not entirely sure what it is, but let's pick that one. Yeah, we can go and continue. Oh, passwords. How secret. I've given it my password and a temporarily email address. I will go and change that, and then I'll press next. Okay, then it wants to know what interface we're using. So we have some to pick from. That's quite a lot. Network configuration. So I'll figure this out. Just a second. I think I have virtualized this. It has a 10 gigabit network card on the back with two ports, and each of those ports, I believe, I have virtualized so that each port is like 4 ports. It's like the network card has a built-in switch, and it seems like I have connected it to port number 1, and port number 1 is 0, 2, 4, and 6, which is every second number here, so I think we should just pick that one. I have no idea if that's correct, but there's a good chance that one should be a 10 gigabit port. We'll call it something meaningful here. Okay, let's try this, see if that works. Yeah, that's a little bit too much information, but we will continue and install. There we are. Let's cross our fingers and hope this is good. Okay, it claims to have installed, and I should be able to catch it on that IP number. Oh, that's gonna be exciting. Okay, so something is replying, and I just spent a lot of time messing with stuff that wasn't broken, just because I wrote 8009 instead of 8006, and yeah, 006 was a lot better. Even went in here and tried to mess with the port of the switch because it had a weird exclamation mark here, so that wasn't it at all. It's just me not doing it right. So let's continue and go to this very unsafe place, and here we will put in my my username. What is my username? That's root, I think it's root. And then the secret password. There, be good language. Oh, I could actually select Danish. We're gonna keep it to English, just so that you don't have to learn Danish. Even though there's always someone in the comments that thinks it's a great idea for me to say everything in Danish, I think you would get really tired of that really fast. Let's continue with that. And it reminds us that we could do this subscription, and yeah, we could. We'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much. So we have installed Proxmox, a very new and fancy version right there. Awesome! That didn't take much effort whatsoever, and it looks like last time I was in here, they haven't done it really easy. There is still some yeah, I don't know. Okay, so it is recommended to update your Proxmox as soon as you have installed it. When we look here, we can see that's some different repositories, and you get the good one if you get the subscription and pay for it. If we go down here into updates and repositories, we can see a big fat warning here that repository has not been, we don't have a subscription for that. I am guessing that it's this one. Not entirely sure. This one might also be in the loop, so we could probably disable that. But let's try and add a repository first, a non-subscription one. So let's click add, and it reminds us that we don't have a subscription. And then the repository enterprise, but there is also the non-subscription here, and there is also the non-subscription for this storage thing, so we might need that as well. Yeah, but we'll start with that one, the non-subscription one, which they do not recommend for production environment. Naturally, they want you to subscribe to their services, so we have added that one. So now it says that you get update for Proxmox, so that is good. I'll try and select this one and disable that one, because it's probably not giving us anything there. Remove one of the errors up here. Then there's only the error that they suggest to not use this for a production environment, which I would not disagree with. If this is an important business hypervisor, you should at least to start with have some service if you mess around with it just like I do. Oh, I pressed the button and it started doing stuff, so I was looking for where to update it, and it seems like it got something here, but it failed this one.
unauthorized, so we can disable that because it's not doing anything, and that one also not doing anything because we don't have a subscription unauthorized. Yes. Okay, so it has all of these stuff that it needs to update when we do that. I just want to go back to repository, and then I want to disable the enterprise, this one as well, because that was what gave me that error there. And then we can add another one because we saw that it had, I don't know if we need it, but it has this non-subscription for the storage thing. Let's just cancel that for now. Come on, just go away. At the moment I'm not using that, so let's just keep it off and then go to updates and refresh, and it keeps bugging me. We need to, there is a place where you remove that. Let's see. It gets the packages and it doesn't come out with any error. Task okay, so we're good to go. And status okay. Go away, and then I think we can just select upgrade here. That comes over here. After this operation, added space will be used. Do you wish to continue? Yeah, we are in the prompt. They didn't make this final yet. So the good thing with Proxmox is that it's way more compatible than VMWARE. VMWARE, they had the idea that, well, you didn't need your old hardware when they came out with version 6.7, I think. They became very difficult to work with. A lot of drivers for different stuff just didn't work anymore, and processors became too old, way too fast. Whereas Proxmox, you can run your old stuff and it will still run okay. And VMWARE, they don't support older stuff anymore. You have to be on the latest and the greatest more or less all the time. And yeah, 4 or 5 year old server, you can't run them with the newest VMWARE anymore. So you're all the time you're buying new hardware. Did it complete all right? Your system is up to date. Okay, that's nice. Okay, cool. Can I just close this? Seems you install kernel update. Please consider rebooting. Okay, we'll do that. These changes might not be saved. I hope it did all that it needed to do. And then we need to go up and reboot somewhere. Oh, maybe the big fat button that says reboot. Maybe that's a good choice. I don't know. Might just be me. Reboot, no. Yes, it will do that. Might be able to see it in here. Okay, I managed to get that up and running, so I can sit here in my comfy chair and see what the server is doing out there in the data center. This is bloody ugly though. Clearly I need to upgrade this server, which yeah, it's on really old firmware. I don't know if they have improved any on that, but let's see, the firmware is from 2020, January even, so yeah, we have newer firmware that is available. I haven't downloaded something, the newest yet, but that is something that I need to do, but in another video. I just did a video on upgrading this one, and that was a disaster. So yeah, we might be able to upgrade the Model 5, as it's not running on the same server using the Lenovo X Clarity Administrator with a lot more luck than the other one. So, yeah, how far did we get? We are booting here, and it has done. Okay, after doing an extremely quick search on how to remove the annoying subscription thingy, I found here something from John's computer service, and he has a very nice thingy here that can just be copied. So we're gonna do that, copy that, And we're just gonna pop that into the shell thing there. Insert. I'll just check. Blah 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 blah. I have no idea what it does. It does say it, but it should remove the message. So does it do it? Closing code. Well, we don't know. Okay, so I just logged out, and I think it worked. I just did this, so let's do it again. See, and it pops into Proxmox without any annoying messages about subscription. As said, if you are gonna use this in a production environment, it is a good idea to have a subscription for some help. But yeah, this I am not running a production environment. I mess around way too much for that. So this part is good to go. Network. I see all my network cards here. That's a lot of them. So that one is the one that I'm using. Linux Bridge. Something that I will have to mess around with. My idea is to try and make a pfSense on here at some point, and try and have pfSense move over to Proxmox.
Proxmox isn't as cool to look at as VMWARE, where you look at the empty screen here, so they could do something about that. It would be easy to have a nice splash screen here to promote your software that's running behind here. Doesn't mean that you can't have this, just make it look nice, dudes. So this was a very easy video. It worked in first go. Even this USB thing, which is often very dodgy, just worked. It was rather easy. If you're using VMWARE today, get ready, because Broadcom is gonna be milking their new cash cow. And yeah, that's you. So if you enjoy that sort of thing, get your titties out and get ready to deliver some milk for the new company that has just spent $61 billion on VMWARE. So, ka-ching. Ouch! Thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.